Good morning and welcome to this live broadcast. I'm MJ Lifestylist coming to you from my home and studio in Bournemouth in the UK. And if you've not met her, this is Miss Bella. Miss Bella, my little co-worker. Bella will be with us this morning as we just get some motivation, inspiration, and conversation for your day ahead. Always great to be here at the beginning of a week, setting up our intentions for what we intend to bring through to the week. And into our lives, which is just amazing. Let me just share this broadcast quickly to my personal page, and then we will be on our way. Boom. Absolutely be on our way. Where are we? Here we go. MJ Lifestylist. Let's take that and share that. Share. There we go. Terry Ann's here. Carly's here. Hey ladies, how are we? How are we? Claire Osty's here. Hey Claire. Dum, dum, dum. No one is sharing anything just yet, but that's okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody. Hopefully you are all doing spiffingly, doing well. Claire says, good morning, did you have a good weekend? No, I had a mixed weekend. Morning, Martin and Bella. Hey, Carly. I had a mixed weekend. I had a lovely walk with you on Friday, and then heard the sad news that His Royal Highness had passed, and being an empath, that affected me big time. I spent the whole of Friday afternoon and evening curled up on the couch watching live news feed of all the info, which isn't usually good for me to do because I get totally submersed in what's going on. And then we had difficulty with cancelling things and moving things over the weekend, and people drifting, really. People drifting. Hey, Terry Ann. People drifting, which is probably the most diplomatic way for me to say that. Right up until last night when I discovered that I'd been sort of blocked and deleted by friends on Facebook. So not really sure what is going on. Hasn't been the best weekend for me. I was actually looking forward to my weekend, and then, as luck would have it, it wasn't the best scenario, was it? It wasn't the best scenario. No, Miss Bella. So yeah, Bella and I have had a duvet weekend. Basically, we've been on the couch. We've been watching lots of TV that we enjoy watching, I suppose. Productive from all sorts of things. Good morning. Yeah, it's just strange, and the weird thing, Terry Ann, is that there was no preceding altercation. There was no preceding argument or fight or anything like that. It just, when I went to message certain people, I had discovered that I had been blocked and deleted. And this is the thing in life: when we've done something wrong, or when we've had an argument with someone, or when there's been a disagreement of some sort, you would expect there to be blowback from that. You'd expect there to be cross words said, or someone blocks you or deletes you or whatever. Or if there's a catalyst for a situation, it's easily justifiable. You kind of go, oh, okay, this happened because that happened. But when there was no altercation, in fact, when I spoke to both individuals on Thursday night, they were up for everything. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's produce. Let's be fabulous. And then between Thursday night and sort of Friday afternoon, the mood changed, and I didn't give it much energy because I thought, oh well, maybe people are feeling the way I do about the passing of Prince Philip. And then when I went to check in with them last night, and that's the thing, I went to check in with them last night to see if they were okay now, etc., because I couldn't get hold of them on Friday. It was then that I discovered that I'd been blocked and deleted, and they'd removed themselves from everything, which was just like, it was a bit gut-wrenching because there's no basis for the behavior. And like I say, if I'd had an argument, or we'd had a disagreement, or there were cross words or difference of opinion, then I'd be like, oh, okay, that's why that happened. But because there is no basis for it, it's just weird. People being really strange, we call it corona crazy. Yeah, very hurtful. It is. Empath, I understand what you're saying. I hurt at the thought I have unintentionally hurt someone else. Yeah, and that's the thing. And, you know, people have tried to give advice last night and said, you know, maybe you should email or phone them and just see if there's something that you've done. But the fact is, I only had them on Facebook. And I don't feel the need to email or phone anyone, especially when I know that there wasn't even a verbal interaction. So, yeah. Anywho, so this week is going to be better. My intention is that this week is going to be better. We've got a lot sort of planned for the coming weeks. I have removed myself from a lot of stuff, and I have every intention of completing these last 15 sessions of morning broadcast, because as most of you know, I will be finishing these on Friday the 30th of April. So it's this week, next week, and the week after, and then we're done. Because I am starting employment elsewhere, and so I will not be available to do morning broadcasts every single morning. But the next Psychic Sunday, because we cancelled last night, will actually only be on the 25th. Last Sunday of the month, I'm going to do a Psychic Sunday. And those are my only commitments. Moving forward, I am no longer going to push myself to be out there, as it were. If people are looking for me, they know where to get hold of me. So I'm not disappearing entirely, but I'm certainly not going to push myself anymore. I'm going to just sort of relax into things and see how they go. So, how's everybody else's weekend gone? What are your intentions for the week ahead? If you're in the UK, are you going to be flying to the pub today, or have you decided to sort of wait your turn? How are we looking? How do things feel? How are we all feeling about reacclimatizing? And Terry-Ann, you're in Italy. What's the news on the ground in Italy at the moment? Are you guys still under lockdown? Hey, Needs. Terry-Ann, are you still under lockdown? Oh, thank you. Okay, you're also kind of under lockdown. Yeah, so they're easing it off from today with us. They're kind of easing it down. So we are coming out of lockdown in inverted commas, but trickling through. Yeah. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, Terry-Ann is a friend of mine, and she's actually in Italy. Place is open, but only for takeaway. Oh, Bella's here too. Yes, she is here, Needs. She's here in the background. She's been running around. Hey, Terry. How are you? Terry Wright, all the way from New Zealand. I had a lovely weekend with my children. No desire to join crowds of people anywhere this week. Still on holiday, so planning to rest and relax. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Morning, sorry, and empathize with experience of this behavior. I'm grateful for the beauty brought by snow. Lovely. NHS operated on my brother, which was a success, and family. Those are amazing things to be grateful for. So how many of us experienced adverse weather We had a little bit of snow and a little bit of sleet yesterday. Looked out the window and it was snowing. It was like, oh, okay. It was bright and sunny as well, and then it went all dark and mysterious. Yeah, being empathic is not a blessing. Being empathic is mostly a curse, because you can't explain why you feel the way you feel, but you do feel on a deep, deep, deep level. And things really affect me. Really, really affect me. I mean, I went for a lovely walk with Claire on Friday, came back, and then saw the news of Prince Philip put on the BBC, which was probably the worst thing to do, and then spent the next 4 hours glued to the BBC while they were recounting his life and his service, etc. And it was just something that I couldn't get away from, really. And so I ended up in floods of tears and beside myself, and in my head I'm thinking it's silly, because empathic behavior is a response to feeling with somebody, whereas sympathy is for somebody, empathy is with somebody. So you actually internalize and personalize the whole situation and take it on board as if it's yours, which is difficult to navigate, very difficult to navigate. Yeah, Terry says, wish you could switch it off sometimes. Absolutely. Very odd weather at the moment. So, what 3 things do we all have to be grateful for today? Let's try and move away from my pity party and move on to something brighter for the week ahead. So yeah, so that was my weekend in a nutshell. It wasn't fantastic, and then, you know, just I've come out of it with more questions than answers, but something that I am going to... What other page? Any reason I couldn't see responses or write anything on? Which other page, Neats? I don't know anything about that. So, Neats, where are you watching now? Are you watching MJ Lifestylist now? I'd like to know about that, because if there is something going on with my pages, maybe that might account for why people are no longer on my pages. I wonder if I've been hacked. It just all seems very weird. So no, I don't have a reason why you couldn't see responses or write anything on my other page. But I don't know which page you're on, Neat, so you need to just tell me which page are you watching through. Okay, so you're on Martin Jones, so you couldn't see or respond on MJ Lifestylist. That's weird. That's really weird. Actually, Liz has been coming on through Martin Jones as well. I don't know, Neats is the answer. Grateful that the Beast has chosen harmonica as his instrument. I'm even more grateful to mention Flux. Thank you, Terry, and I needed a laugh. Oh, gosh. Hey, Natalie Claire Wheeler. How are you? Terry, and I love your little Beast stories. They make me giggle so much, because I can just see you with your dry sense of humor and this poor kid trying to navigate through life. I was there, but nothing else. Okay, well, I'm certainly getting your messages now, and your that's weird. And that's the other thing, is I haven't actually touched any of my settings or anything like that. Because usually I'd say, oh, that was me, I've played around, but I haven't actually touched any settings or modified anything at all. I don't know, Needs. I honestly don't know. Maybe I'll have my tech guy look at it. How do you know if you've been Facebook hacked? I don't know how you know. Do you know what I mean? Right, let's pick a card. Let's pick a card. Natalie Claire Wheeler, I've got no messages from you. I can see you're on, because you're on that screen. But I've got no messages coming through from you, which is a bit strange. Usually you say hi. Harmonica is much better than a recorder. Amen to that. I've had a couple of those lately, but I haven't accepted any of them. I kind of go to, if I think I've got you as a friend already, I'm not going to add you again. Well, this is a bit of a worry now, boys and girls. I don't know what's going on. Right, motivation, inspiration, conversation for your day ahead. So as we go into a new week, we're looking at new things to focus on. We're looking at brighter things to be interested in and involved with. So all of those things come to the fore. And we see how those all pan out and how they all kind of manifest. Moving out into the world, how they all manifest. Da, da, da. Oh, Natalie is here. Okay, cool, Nat. I just wanted to make sure, because everyone's saying, or lots of people are saying that they can't get through. I'm listening. Hi, clean. Love a good clean. Right, let's pick a card for today. Let's pick a card for today. The card for today is Strength. Interesting, interesting. Right, there's some green on this card, but it's a lady, and she's got a spring, like coronet on her head, like all spring flowers, and in that, what are those things called? Little crown, flower crown. She's stepping from winter into spring, which is round about now. That's what we're going through at the moment. And she's carrying the world on her hand like a tray of hors d'oeuvres. 44 comes to an 8. 8 is the number of infinity. It is also prosperity and abundance. It's about circles and cycles in life, patterns that we have, how we work with those patterns, how we emerge from those patterns, how we move forward. And Strength card comes in to tell us that we're stronger than we believe ourselves to be. Okay, we're stronger than we believe ourselves to be, and that's for every single one of us. Stronger than we believe ourselves to be. So don't count yourself out just yet, because there's more to come. Also, I'm reminded that 44 is an angel number because it's 4-4, which is angels are guarding, protecting you, looking after you, around you all the time. But also 4 and 4 comes to 8, and 8 in the tarot is the Strength card. So the Strength card is also usually represented by a lion in tarot, and funnily enough, the 8th month, August, is Leo, lion. So we've got all of those parallels of the 8th, the Strength, the lion, prosperity, abundance, infinity, and all of those things just speak to an inner strength that is greater than what we see on the outside, greater than we believe ourselves to be. Crap weekend for various reasons, very bad pain, so moving on to the beginning of the week and being extremely grateful for it. Absolutely new week. Let's wipe that slate clean and let's see what we can make of the week ahead. Hey, what do you think? Yes, come on in. You have to come this side. Come this side. This side. No, come this side. Bella. Come. Here we go. Here we go. Here's Bella. Here's Bella. So yeah, so I've spent most of the weekend with Bella and Andrew, but Bella on the couch, and we've got through a lot of Midsummer Murders and a lot of, what's the other one called? It's on BBC. With Nikki Alexander as the forensic pathologist. I've just forgotten it. Silent Witness. Midsummer Murder and Silent Witness is what I've been watching all weekend long, because I like forensic-y, detective-y kind of things. And so Bella and I have been brushing up on our forensics. Yes, brushing up on our forensics, and we've been just under the duvet and doing our thing. I'm also trying to rest up a lot because I anticipate that once I move into working for the hotel, I am going to end up doing a lot of shift work, and that is going to be interesting, to go from zero activity to a lot of activity. Oh yes, we also watched, we binge watched, Anita's just reminded me, we binge watched the whole of It's a Sin yesterday, which is controversial, but it was a series, 5-episode, 6-episode series that was documenting the beginning of the AIDS pandemic in the UK, as told through the eyes of 5 or 6 characters that were together, lived through it together, and worked through it together. It's a very hard-hitting series, doesn't pull any punches, beautifully scripted, beautifully written, very hard to watch in certain places, very difficult to watch. I did spend a lot of time in tears, but just phenomenally put together piece of art and piece of documented drama. And they have this la that happens as a little in-house joke between the characters, and Neats has been trying to get me to watch it for months, and we just haven't really found the time to watch it. We knew it wasn't going to be an easy watch, and we knew that we needed to do it in one sitting because I tend to binge watch things. So yesterday was free, and although I wasn't happy about watching it yesterday, we did. And actually I'm very grateful that I did, because it did help to at least change the gauge of where I was at yesterday, change my gauge of where I'm at, what I'm doing, etc., etc., etc. So really, really interesting. And then I had that's actually something good that happened this weekend. Let's talk about one thing good that happened this weekend. I had a very, very interesting video call via Zoom with one of my ex-pupils in Dubai, who is, she is a drama teacher for all intents and purposes, but she's so much more than that. And we spoke about a project that we are going to be doing together via the internet. We're going to be doing so her company is called Collab, but we are going to be doing a collaboration and looking at, it sounds very techy, but it's not. We're looking at the relationship between the teacher and the pupil, and how, if anything, has what we taught or what we did in the classroom, on the stage, etc., has any of that trickled down to then pupils who are now adults living their best lives. So we're focusing on my work at the girls' high school that I worked at, which Natalie attended. My work at the girls' high school, my theatre work, so theatre shows, drama shows, musicals, dance shows, and all the pupils that I came into contact with through that work. And we're then looking at, where are you today, and how have you used any of the skills or techniques, etc., that were taught to you? Has it helped you with interviews? Has it helped you in your life? Are you still singing, dancing, acting, etc.? So it's kind of like a retrospective of, what do you feel you learned, and have you taken that forward with you? And so we're creating a documentary drama series, conversation, Zoom chat, whatever. So it's almost like a little retrospective look back at their time at the school, and their time working with me. I'm sort of the central character to it all. So did you work with Mr. Jones, and did you find that you learned or grew from that experience, and if so, how? And how are you applying that today? And so we've invited conversation with a couple of staff members that I've selected, and then also quite a few, 20 to 30 of my ex-pupils that specifically worked in the drama department with me at the girls and boys high, and pupils that have gone on to do great things, and basically just would like to hear from them, because often you think, have I had any impact on someone's life? Did anything I say or do actually register? Did it impact? Was it worth anything? And so we're going to have a little look sort of behind the curtain, as it were, and see if anything did transpire from working with me, etc., etc. And it's as much a lesson for me as a validation, but a lesson for me because it teaches you that even though you don't feel you're making any great impact or have any great effect on people, that people do have takeaways. They take things away from the experience, and some of the stuff then affects them in the years to come. we've had a phenomenal response already, because we've included people in a informal conversation to begin with, and then Lauren's going to put together the document to send out, because people are going to send in video clips, etc. And then the end result is we're going to actually do like a reunion performance of different aspects of things that we did over the 11 years that I was at the school. So all in all, it should be incredibly interesting. So and that's specifically focused on the drama, dance and singing and performance at Pinetown Girls High and Pinetown Boys High. Hi, I'm very grateful for my job, friends, and peaceful morning. Amazing. I only worked with you doing shows, and yes, you did have an amazing impact on my life. It's been your hard work and dedication to others. Oh, bless you. So to be clear to those of you that don't know, Terry Wright is now living in New Zealand, but Terry did a lot of fashion events with me, so I was very well known in fashion and theatre in South Africa. And when we talk fashion events, we're talking at like big shows, pageants, sort of the race course shows where people, did all the fashion segments for that, all that kind of thing, and big sort of graduations for design academies, etc. So thank you, Terry, and bless you. That's lovely. But yeah, I've got ex-drama pupils who've gone on to be American TV stars, believe it or not, which is weird, because we come from a little town in South Africa, and to think that some of those pupils have gone on to create great works and great pieces is just phenomenal. I think you'll find that you've made a huge impact. You have certainly helped me navigate my life and get through my grief. Oh, bless you. So that was the exciting thing that happened here. Thank you, Claire. That was the exciting thing that happened yesterday, because yeah, Lauren and I have been talking for a while about how we would collaborate on a piece together. So we're creating a digital piece, basically. And so it's a documentary kind of thing, talking about how adults now believe that they were impacted by experiences through theatre, performance, drama, singing, whatever. And then it'll go on to do a sort of a cumulative performance, because we're also all over the world. We're scattered, which is quite interesting as well. So it'll be an international sort of piece, which I think is exciting. I think it's exciting, and I can't wait to see what comes of it. But we're filming in June, so we're busy putting together the beginning stages now, and we will be filming in June, and then Lauren will edit it all, put it all together, and then it'll go out to the world so people can watch it. So yeah, interesting to say the least. Yes. What do you think, Miss Bella? What do you think? My gorgeous girl. Yes, Daddy's big girl. Oh, Daddy's big girl. Yes, someone was singing Happy Birthday this morning on the TV, and Bella had to join in because she sings Happy Birthday, doesn't she? Very, very, very well, don't you? Yes. Do you sing it nicely? All right. Right, guys. So I also watched an African film on Prime called God, which I recommend. Oh, I don't have Prime though. I might go look for it. I like things that make you think. Right, so I'm off for a walk. I'm going to be going for a walk with some friends, or mother and daughter, this morning, and then we've got some recceing to do later this afternoon into tomorrow. So I hope that all of you have a fantastic day, whatever you decide to do. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you're doing the best you can with the tools that you've got. So until we see you again, hopefully one of the mornings this week, don't forget to be blessed. Have a fantastic day. Namaste, MJ and Bella. Yes. Auntie Claire says, enjoy your walk and your day. Right, guys, have a fantastic day. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Much love, MJ.